What's going on, guys? It's your boy Top 10 Daily, back again with a new strategy video for you guys. Today we're going to be discussing a strategy for that map, Crystal Cavern. You know, guys, the only smash and grab map that's very open. The only map that Piper's actually decent in for smash and grab. That map. And the combo that I'm talking about is Pam, Brock, and Mortis. And you might actually be asking, Mortis, isn't he really bad now in smash and grab? I mean, like, he can't even like come close to the middle or else he's just gonna be executed really fast. And I see you guys' concern because Mortis right now isn't the greatest, and he doesn't have the speed to run away like he used to. But him combined with Pam make a really good combo, because now he can actually heal really fast, so he can always just go to the middle and grab those gems. And if he did take damage, he can just go back and just heal up like he's doing right now. And then once there's gems in the middle, he just rushes in and grabs them and then comes back to go get some healing. And then for the Brock, he's your long range damage dealer that you need for this map, because it's a long range map. And I think he's better than Piper because he's actually versatile. Piper, if you miss your bullets, you're screwed because you take 3 seconds to regen. And if that happens, they're gonna regen all the way back. Hit your enemies faster than Piper, and also his super is great for mid control. Because if you lost control of the mid, like I said on my Mushroom Cave video, he's a really good character to take back control of the middle. But one more generalization that I found out with this strategy that you're probably going to encounter yourself. Most of the time, your team's probably going to be behind at the start. You're probably going to be like 0 to 5 or 0 to 6. But over time, you guys are going to come back and always, most of the time, win. Because this strategy works very well in coming back. And I'm going to explain why in just the next clip. Alright guys, I'm going to explain why this strategy is really good. If you're behind, you can come back really easily. Now first, on this strategy, I'm going to talk about Pam. Pam right now is seen by a lot of people, including me, as being underpowered. But for this strategy, she works very well for the purpose. And that is to keep Mortis alive with her super. And then Pam's secondary role is to keep your opponents from regenerating. So you want to keep just hitting them as much as possible to prevent them from getting their health back. And then that's why the combo with Mortis works very well with Pam. Pam is going to keep them at low health and unable to regenerate by just like spamming her attack at them. And then what Mortis is going to do, instead of always just trying to go for the gems, he's also going to be an assassin. Like this perfect example, I'm going to keep the bow from regenning, and then the Mortis is just going to sweep in and assassinate the low health bow. And now I put the healing station so the Mortis can go and get healed, but then he just avoided and tried to like regen by himself. And now we got all the gems back. And that's why this strategy works very well at coming back. Because even if they have like 6 gems at the start, once you get that healing station down and then the Mortis is at full health, and you can keep them from regenning, the Mortis can just sweep in and assassinate their gem carrier, and then you're gonna come out with the win. And it works very well against almost all other team comps, and it's just really effective at what it does. So now let's talk about the Mortis, the character that a lot of people think are underpowered, and I kind of think that too, except for Brawl Ball. But with this combo, he just shines. The problem with him is that if you try and play him by himself without a Pam, he's not going to be able to get all 10 gems and not die. But if you get your healing station down and put it in a certain spot where I'm going to show you once I put it down, the Mortis can get the gems and just go back in the corner behind the wall and then get his health back and then sweep back in and keep grabbing the gems. And also, like I said before, your job isn't just to grab the gems and run away, or else your teammates aren't going to be able to control the middle. You also have to help out with some of the damage. So, especially if you're behind. So as the Mortis, you want to look out for when you see the Pam keeping somebody at low health. If you see that and they're at low enough health, you can go and sweep them, sweep in, and assassinate. Like right here, we kept all of them at low health, so now the Mortis can just sweep in, and he just took them all out, which was very nice. Like, Pam is just really good at keeping them from regenerating if you're able to hit your bullets, which is pretty easy to do. And just like that example right there, this is why this strategy is great at coming back. But also, guys, take a note of where my healing station is right now. That's where you want it to be most of the time. And you'll see countless times that that's the position that I always put my healing station. That same exact spot. Remember it. It's the most important thing, like, about playing Pam. That one spot gives you a lot of strategic advantage of where you can be at and still keep attacking with Pam. When you put it right there, you can still hug the wall, like where that spike is, you can hug that wall and move around, and you still get healed at the same time. So if you put it where I showed you to put, and you can just keep staying there and shooting at them and not letting them regen while they're in the middle, so it works very well. In this example here where I put the healing station, I should have put it one more block to the left, because that's where it works the best, so it's closer to the middle, but I just put it there because I wanted to. And it also works great as long as the wall is up, because they have to come back towards the spawn to actually destroy it. So for the most part, they're not going to destroy it unless they destroy the wall. And if they do, what I usually do is put the healing station on the other wall that's not been destroyed yet. And even if they do destroy both walls, I still put it in the bush just because it's near the spawn and it works very well. But now, let's talk about the last character, Brock. Brock, of course, is the long-range damage dealer. He's the guy who first gets them down to low enough health so you can keep them from regenerating their health. And what we usually do when we do this strategy, the Brock tries to stay away from you and the Mortis, because you don't want them to all be able to splash damage all three of you at the same time. And if you guys seen my previous videos, I like to stay on the right side of the map, so like our Brock usually stays on the left side of the map and it works out fine. So yeah, you just want your Brock to stay away from you and the Mortis while the Mortis regens in the middle and acts as both the gem carrier, and if he doesn't have all the gems, he can be the assassin, where like me, the Pam, I just keep chipping them down, and once they're at low enough health, the Mortis sweeps in, kills them, takes the gems, and then runs back to the base. And it works really good at coming back, and it works well on taking the lead, because if you come back and take their gems, by that point they're probably already gonna have 7 gems, and then the Mortis now can just do the strategy where you have the healing station down, and then he grabs the gems, runs behind the wall, gets healed, and then does it all over again until you reach 10 gems, and then you guys can just back up. And then the Brock is just the guy that stays to the left or to the right, away from you and the Mortis, and tries to do as much damage to them as possible. And with the super, a lot of the times you can break their walls if you want. Like, I don't play Brock too much on the strategy. I either do Pam or Mortis, so it could be up to you if you want to destroy their side of the wall or not. It basically depends if they have a Pam or like other characters that would benefit if their walls are up there. And right here you're gonna see me putting the healing station on the perfect spot, and you can see that the radius of the healing station goes all the way up to the wall, so you can stand there just strafing and shooting them and healing yourself at the same time. So if you guys can see right now, we're behind 0-9 on this game. I went to try to get the bow not to regen, but that Shelly just snuck up on me, so I couldn't get him to not regen. So we have to lure them in so I can keep that bow and get them to low enough health so our Mortis can just sweep in and get them. So that's what I'm trying to do. But then our Brock was able to snipe him, and then our Mortis went there to get the gem. And now it's a game because we just tied it 6-6, so it looks very nice. And as long as we don't lose our Mortis, who has a lot of gems, we should be fine. And there, our Brock was really smart and saw that the bow was at medium health, so our Mortis also just sweeped in right when the rocket went out to grab the gems, and he was really smart. So now we can just camp in our base with our healing station, and it's basically game over. and usually they can't do anything about it if you have your healing station in their spawn and all 3 of your teammates are healing up. Then there's nothing they can do about it. But now guys, let's talk about different matchups that you might face with this strategy. My favorite matchup and the easiest game to win is if the opponent has a crow. Now you might be thinking, why? Crow's like probably the best or the second best character right now. Well, it turns out that Pam is actually the only good hard counter to Crow, especially once you have the healing station down. Because once your healing station's down, you can just stay healed even with the poison, so the Crow can't do anything to kill you, so he's basically useless if you have your healing station down. So against the Crow, you always want to keep getting that chip damage to get your healing station up as fast as possible. And then another common matchup on this map is a Piper. Now a Piper is like kind of easy to win, but you have to be good at strafing. You have to just make your movement as unpredictable as possible, so she doesn't hit you too much. And then you also have to try and break their wall so they don't hide, and then you just keep them from coming close to you by shooting all your bullets and spread them out. But once you get a Piper to low enough health, your Mortis can easily just sweep in and take her out. Like, it's really easy. She can't do that much damage at close range anyways. But by far the most annoying matchup is when they have a Barley or a Dynamite. The thing with that is that they're probably gonna most of the time destroy your healing station by just throwing over the wall. So the first thing you want to do is try and put your healing station like across from the side that they're at. So if they're at the left, you want to put it on the right wall to preserve it as much as possible. Second thing is you want to destroy their walls as fast as possible so they can't hide behind there and just throw stuff at you. Alright guys, thanks for watching this map tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment. It really helps out the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always guys, peace.